Welcome to Focus English with Cece.
Hi everyone, and a very warm welcome back to Focus English with Cece. I'm Cece, and I am so excited you are here.
And I'm Tom. Hello, hello. We are here to help you speak with confidence. And today, we are talking about a topic that literally touches everyone's life. Shopping.
That's right, Tom, but we aren't just learning basic words. Have you ever felt nervous when a shop assistant asks, "Can I help you?" Or didn't know how to ask for a specific amount of food? Today, we are mastering the shopping list. From tricky measure words to the polite phrases you need to return a shirt without feeling awkward.
Oh, I seriously need this. The last time I went shopping without a plan, it was a disaster. I bought a bar of chocolate and a bag of chips, but I forgot the one thing I really needed, toilet paper. It was the infamous toilet paper incident.
Exactly. That is why you need this lesson. By the end of this video, you won't just have a list. You will have the confidence to handle any situation in a store, sound like a native speaker, and even use some cool shopping idioms.
I want to walk in like a movie star and order my groceries perfectly. But before we unlock these secrets, please, if you want to support us, give us a moment of your time. Help us by clicking like and subscribe right now.
Yes, hitting that subscribe button helps us keep creating these free lessons for you.
So click it now. Thank you.
Wonderful. Now, Tom, since your fridge is empty, let's fix that. Let's start by learning the right words to write your list. Tom, this is the most common mistake people make. When you go shopping for food, you don't just say, "I need milk, bread, and eggs." I mean, you can say that, but it is not precise. You need to be specific about the container, the shape, or the unit. These are called measure words or quantifiers.
Ah, like a secret code for groceries. So I can't just say, "I want 3 waters"?
Exactly. 3 waters sounds strange. We need to know, are they bottles? Are they glasses? Are they buckets? Let's build your list starting with breakfast, the most important meal of the day. You told me earlier you need coffee, milk, and cereal. How do you ask for them properly?
Okay, let me think. For coffee, it comes in a soft package usually. So I need 1 bag of coffee.
Correct. We use bag for things like coffee beans, flour, or sugar. Now, what about the milk?
For milk? In my country, sometimes it comes in a plastic jug, but sometimes in a paper box. I think I need 1 carton of milk.
Perfect. A carton is the specific word for that container, usually made of paper or cardboard. It is used for liquids like milk or juice, and sometimes for eggs. We also say a carton of orange juice.
Got it. A carton of milk, a carton of juice. Now, speaking of eggs, how do I count them? I can't just buy some eggs.
You are right. In English, we usually count eggs by the number 12. So for eggs, I should say a dozen eggs if I want 12.
A dozen. That is a cool word. What if I'm not very hungry or I live alone? Can I buy fewer?
Of course. Then you say half a dozen eggs if you only want 6.
Half a dozen eggs. Okay, writing that down. Now, for the tricky one, bread. You need it for sandwiches. I always want to say 1 bread, but I know that is wrong.
It is a very common error. Bread is what we call an uncountable noun. The object itself is called a loaf. So you need 1 loaf of brown bread. Or white bread, if you prefer. Why loaf?
Yes, why loaf? It sounds funny, loaf.
It is a specific old word. A loaf is the whole shape of the bread before you cut it into slices. You never buy 1 bread, you buy a loaf of bread. And tell me, Tom, what is the plural if you have a big party and you need 2?
Oh, this is a grammar test. Is it loaves?
Not quite. The F changes to a V.
Ah, it is 2 loaves of bread. Loaves.
Excellent. That makes you sound like a native speaker. Now, let's look at what goes inside the sandwich. You need sliced cheese and ham. These usually come in flat plastic wrappings.
For those, we typically use a package. So a package of sliced cheese and a package of ham.
Correct. Sometimes, if it's hard cheese like cheddar or Parmesan, we might say a block of cheese or a piece of cheese. But for sandwiches, a package is perfect. Now let's move to the fresh section, the produce aisle.
I need some fruit. I love bananas. They give me energy. Should I say 1 banana?
You could if you only want to eat one right now, but usually we buy them in groups because they grow attached together. We say a bunch of bananas.
A bunch. Does that work for other fruits?
Yes, it works for grapes. A bunch of grapes. A bunch means a group of things attached together. You can even use it for flowers. A bunch of flowers.
I love that. A family of bananas. A bunch. Okay. Now, what about vegetables? I need lettuce for a salad and garlic for flavor.
For those, we use the word head.
Head, like the thing on my neck?
Exactly, because they're round. So 1 head of lettuce and 1 head of garlic. Sometimes we say a head of cauliflower or a head of broccoli. It looks like a head.
This is great. Using these words makes my English sound much more natural. Let me add a few more things to my list, just to practice. What about toothpaste?
Good hygiene is important. Toothpaste comes in a squeezy container. We call that a tube. So a tube of toothpaste.
A tube of toothpaste. And jam for my toast?
Jam usually comes in a glass container. We call that a jar. A jar of jam, a jar of pickles, or a jar of tomato sauce.
And if it's soup in a metal container?
That is a can or a tin. A can of soup, a can of beans.
Wow, my list is full now. I have a bag of coffee, a carton of milk, a dozen eggs, a loaf of bread, a package of ham, a bunch of bananas, a head of lettuce, a tube of toothpaste, a jar of jam, and a can of soup.
That is a perfect shopping list, Tom. You are ready for the supermarket. Now that you have a perfect grocery list, let's imagine a different scenario. Let's go into a clothing store or a department store. You mentioned you needed a new shirt for a party.
Yes, and this is where I get nervous. Grocery shopping is easy because I just take things from the shelf, but in a clothing store, I have to talk to people.
Don't worry. This is where your polite phrases are lifesavers. Let's role play. I will be the shop assistant and you are the customer. You walk in and I approach you.
Okay, I am ready.
Hi there. Welcome to the store. Can I help you find anything today?
I always freeze here. Sometimes I don't want help. I just want to look.
That is totally fine. If you are just looking, you reply, I'm just browsing. Thank you.
I'm just browsing. Browsing means looking without a specific goal, right?
Exactly. It means you are looking around casually. But if you do need help, you say, yes, please, I'm looking for a shirt.
Simple and polite. Got it. So I say, yes, please, I'm looking for a shirt.
Now, imagine you see a shirt on the wall. It looks beautiful, but it is folded up on a high shelf, or perhaps it is behind a glass case. You want to see it closer.
I need to get your attention.
Always start with, excuse me, our soft doorbell in English conversation. It signals that you want to speak without being rude. Then you say, excuse me, could I see that one, please?
Could I see that one, please? I like that. Could I sounds softer and friendlier than can I?
Yes, can I is okay, but could I or may I is more polite. Now, you are holding the shirt. You need to check the price tag. Oh no, there is no price tag.
That is annoying. So I have to ask, how much is this?
Correct. Or, how much does this cost? Now, imagine I tell you the price. That shirt is $100.
Whoa, that is too much for me. I could say, it's a bit expensive.
Yes. Or if you want to be very polite, you can say, that is a little out of my budget. Then you can ask, do you have something cheaper? Or do you have something similar for a lower price?
And I should say it kindly, with a small smile, because tone matters. I don't want to sound angry that it's expensive.
Exactly. Being polite gets you better service. Now, let's say you find a shirt that is the right price, but you need to check if it fits your body. You cannot just put it on in the middle of the store.
No, that would be embarrassing. I need the fitting room. So the magic question is, can I try it on?
Perfect. Can I try it on? The phrasal verb is try on, not try it or test it. It is try on.
Can I try it on? Okay. So I go to the fitting room. I put the shirt on.
Now, I am the assistant waiting outside. I ask you, how does it fit? Or, is everything okay in there?
I need to know the answer words. If it is good, I say, it fits well.
Good. And if it is not good, maybe the neck is choking you.
Then I say, it's too tight, like I can't breathe. Do you have a larger size?
Good. And if it is like a giant tent on you?
Then I say, it's a bit loose, or it's too big. And I ask, do you have this in a small, or do you have this in a smaller size?
Beautiful. And maybe the size is okay, but you don't like the color. You wanted blue, not red.
Do you have this in blue? Or does this come in other colors?
You are ready to shop. You have all the tools to get exactly what you want. Tom, you're using the technical language wonderfully. Now, let's add some colorful, natural English expressions. Our idioms. Native speakers love using idioms to describe their shopping habits.
I'm ready for the secret code. I love idioms because they make me sound smart.
Okay, here is the first one. Imagine you are at the store. You just got paid your salary. You see a massive sale, like 70% off, and you get very excited. You start buying everything. You buy 3 shirts, a new toaster, a video game, and expensive shoes. You are buying things you don't even need.
That sounds like me on a Saturday.
We have a phrase for that, kind of excessive spending. We say, spend money like water.
Spend money like water? Like I'm using a big bottle of water to clean my clothes? Or I'm pouring water on my money?
Not exactly. It's a metaphor. Think about water coming out of a tap or a river. It flows very fast and easily, right? It just runs away. This idiom means to spend a lot of money carelessly or wastefully, usually because you are excited or not thinking about your budget. It's like watching your money flow away effortlessly.
Ah, I see. My money is flowing away like a river. So I can use that to explain my impulse buys. I can tell my wife, I know I shouldn't have bought that expensive watch, but I was spending money like water.
Exactly. It shows you're aware of the problem. It implies you are not being careful. Here is another example sentence. During his vacation in Paris, he spent money like water on fancy dinners.
I wish I could spend money like water in Paris. Okay, what's the next one?
This one summarizes the value of our lesson today. When you make a shopping list before you leave the house, you prepare yourself. This helps you kill 2 birds with 1 stone.
Kill 2 birds with 1 stone? Wait, are we talking about the chicken breasts on the grocery list? That sounds a bit violent, Cece. I don't want to hurt birds.
No violence here, I promise you. This is a very old and very common idiom. Kill two birds with one stone simply means to achieve two goals or complete two tasks with a single action or effort. You do one thing, but you get two good results.
Ah, okay, that is much better. Can you give me an example related to shopping?
Sure. Imagine you need to buy shoes, and you also need to meet your friend for a coffee. If you meet your friend at the mall, you can buy shoes and see your friend in one trip. You killed two birds with one stone.
I get it. So if I make a complete shopping list, I kill two birds with one stone because I save money and I don't forget the toilet paper.
Perfect! You save time, money, and embarrassment all at once. That's the power of planning. Now let's move to the scary part, when things go wrong. Shopping isn't always perfect. Maybe you bought that shirt, took it home, and realized there is a hole in it. Or maybe you bought a jar of tomato sauce that expired 2 months ago.
Oh no, I feel nervous just thinking about it. I hate complaining. I always feel like I am being rude. I want to sound confident, but nice.
You will. You need to use our polite exchange phrases. You walk to the customer service counter. You don't scream, "This is broken!" Instead, you say, "Hi, I bought this yesterday, but..." And then you explain the problem.
Okay. Hi, I bought this yesterday, but it's too small. Or, I bought this yesterday, but it doesn't work.
Exactly. The store assistant will almost always ask you one very important question. Do you know what it is?
They will ask for proof. They will ask, do you have the receipt?
Yes. The receipt is that piece of paper they gave you. So you reply, "Yes, here it is." Always keep your receipts, Tom.
I try to. Okay, so I give them the receipt. If I just want to give it back and get my money back, what do I say?
You say, "I'd like to return this, please."
I'd like to return this. That implies I want my money back.
Yes. Sometimes they will ask if you want to refund or store credit. If the item is broken, like the shirt has a stain, you can say, "I'd like to return this, please. There's a small stain."
What if I like the shirt, but I just want a different size? I don't want my money back, I want the correct shirt.
Then you use the word exchange. You say, "Can I exchange it for another one?" Or, "Can I exchange this for a medium?"
Can I exchange it? That is very useful.
Now, sometimes the store has a strict policy. Maybe you lost the receipt, or maybe you removed the tags. The assistant might say, "I'm sorry, we can't accept this return."
Oh, that is awkward. I would feel angry.
You might feel angry, but remember our rule: English with kindness. If you scream, it won't help. You should keep your composure. You can respond calmly, "That's okay, I understand," or "No problem, thank you anyway."
I like that attitude. Even if I am frustrated, I keep my dignity. No problem, thank you anyway.
Let's finish with the fun part. Shopping is a social activity. We talk to cashiers and we talk to our friends about what we bought. This is where you practice small talk.
When the cashier is scanning my items, beep, 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 I always feel awkward standing there in silence. What should I say?
American and British culture is often very friendly at the checkout. You can say something simple like, "Hi, how are you today?"
That's easy. Hi, how are you today?
Or if you want to be really nice, give a compliment. "I love this store. You always have nice things." Or comment on the busyness. "It is very busy in here today."
It is very busy. That is a classic. And then it is time to pay. The cashier says that will be $50. I need to ask about payment methods.
You can ask, "Do you take credit cards?" Or, "Can I pay by card?"
Or, can I pay in cash? Note the prepositions, pay by card, pay in cash.
excellent grammar note, Tom. Pay by card, pay in cash. Now, let's say you meet your friends for coffee afterwards. You want to brag or show off about your shopping trip.
I can start the story, "You won't believe what I bought today."
That grabs their attention. Then you show them, I found a great deal on shoes.
A great deal. That means the price was very good, right?
Yes, a great deal means something was cheap or discounted. You can also say, I got them for half price, or they were on sale.
Everyone loves a bargain. And if I want to tell them where I went, I can say, I did some shopping at the mall. That sounds more natural than I went to the mall to shop.
Perfectly natural. I did some shopping. And if you regret something, remember that money like water moment? You can share, I couldn't find my size, so I shouldn't have bought that one. Or, I spent too much money today.
Honesty is good for friendship. Simple is best.
Tom, you've mastered the ultimate shopping trip. From the grocery list to the clothing store to the return counter and finally to the coffee shop with friends. Let's give our listeners a final, strong list of all the phrases and words we learned today. I want everyone to repeat these after us.
I feel very organized. Listeners, are you ready? Let's review the secret code of grocery shopping.
A carton of milk or juice.
A loaf of bread. And remember, 2 loaves of bread.
A package of sliced cheese.
Or a package of ham.
A bunch of bananas or a bunch of grapes, the family of fruit.
A head of lettuce. Or a head of garlic.
A tube of toothpaste.
A jar of jam. Or tomato sauce.
A can of soup.
A bag of coffee. Or a bag of chips.
When the clerk asks if you need help, say, I'm just browsing, thank you.
When you want to see something, say, "Excuse me, could I see that one, please?"
When checking size, say, do you have this in medium size?
The fitting room question, say, "Can I try it on?"
And the result is, it fits well, or it's too tight, or it's a bit loose.
When solving problems, say, "Can I exchange it for another one?"
Getting money back, say, I'd like to return this.
Talking about price, say, "I found a great deal," or "I got them for half price."
We also have 2 idioms.
1. Spend money like water. Meaning, to spend a lot of money carelessly or wastefully. Example, he was so happy he spent money like water. 2. Kill 2 birds with 1 stone. Meaning, to achieve 2 goals or complete 2 tasks with a single action. Example, I practiced English while driving to work. I killed 2 birds with 1 stone.
Remember using these specific words like loaf, bunch, and carton makes your English sound confident and much more natural. It helps people understand you quickly.
So, for everyone listening, remember, one small phrase today is one step closer to confidence tomorrow. You don't have to memorize the whole dictionary. Just learn a loaf of bread today. Tomorrow, learn, can I try it on? Small steps lead to big results. You are all doing a fantastic job. Just keep practicing.
Absolutely. And if you want to use the new idioms, practice them in the comments. We have a challenge for you. Tell us, what is the most expensive thing you ever bought when you were spending money like water? Did you buy a car, a golden watch, a mountain of chocolate?
Oh, I can't wait to read those stories. Write your answer in the comments below. We love reading your answers and learning about your lives.
And don't forget to like and subscribe so you don't miss our next lesson. We have more tips and tricks to share to make your English even stronger and smoother. We say goodbye for now. Happy shopping, keep learning, and keep speaking English with heart.
Bye-bye. See you next time.